Why do we have drug-sniffing dogs, guide dogs, therapy dogs, even military dogs? Think about it. Why not cats, goats, or parrots? Why does one animal seem capable of doing so many different jobs for humans? The answer isn't just training. It's a story about evolution, intelligence, genetics, and one of the most successful partnerships in nature. The relationship between humans and dogs stretches back tens of thousands of years. Back then, dogs didn't exist yet. There were only wolves. Some scientists think the friendliest wolves began hanging around human camps, scavenging leftover food. Those wolves that were less aggressive and more tolerant of humans survived better. Over many generations, those wolves slowly changed, until they became something new. Dogs. Once dogs joined human society, people began shaping them in a very unusual way. Through selective breeding, humans encouraged traits that were useful. Some dogs were bred for hunting. Others for guarding, tracking, or herding livestock. Over centuries, this process created hundreds of breeds, each with specialized skills. Dogs became one of the most genetically diverse mammals on Earth. Take the Border Collie, often considered the most intelligent of all domestic dogs. These dogs are energetic, athletic, and incredibly focused. They dominate sheepdog trials and dog sports, solving problems and responding to complex commands. Even today, Border Collies still perform the job they were bred for, herding livestock across farms around the world. But intelligence is only part of the story. A dog's sense of smell is legendary. Their noses contain hundreds of millions of scent receptors, allowing them to detect odors humans could never notice. That's why dogs work at airports, borders, and disaster sites. They can detect drugs, explosives, contraband food, and even certain diseases. In many ways, dogs act as living biosensors. Dogs also have something rare in the animal kingdom, an extraordinary ability to connect with humans. They crave our attention and often gaze directly into our eyes. Scientists believe this hypersocial behavior may even have genetic roots. Some genes linked to dogs' friendliness toward humans appear in similar regions of the human genome involved in social behavior. In other words, dogs may be biologically wired to cooperate with us. Researchers once tested how dogs solve problems. First, dogs learned how to open a box containing a tasty treat. Then scientists secretly replaced it with a box that could not be opened. The result was fascinating. Instead of endlessly struggling, many dogs looked back and forth between the box and their owner. It's a behavior scientists call referential communication, essentially asking a human for help. Even wolves raised by humans rarely do this. Even everyday dog habits reveal their wild ancestry. For example, have you ever noticed how quickly dogs gulp down their food? Unlike humans, whose digestion begins in the mouth, a dog's digestion begins mainly in the stomach. In the wild, eating quickly helped prevent competitors from stealing a meal. Even after thousands of years of domestication, that instinct still remains. Dogs also experience sound very differently from humans. Their hearing range is much wider. High-frequency sounds, like the chirp of a low-battery smoke detector, can be extremely stressful for them. Some loud or high-pitched noises may even be painful to their sensitive ears. Understanding this reminds us that dogs live in a sensory world very different from our own. Despite their many talents, dogs still have simple needs. A happy home for a dog isn't just food and a comfortable bed. Dogs need control over their environment, social interaction, and mental stimulation. After all, they are deeply social animals, much like humans. and when we leave them alone all day, their needs and ours don't always match. So why can dogs perform so many different roles? Because they combine three remarkable traits: high intelligence, extraordinary senses, and an evolved ability to cooperate closely with humans. Few animals possess all three. From ancient wolves near prehistoric campfires, to modern detection dogs protecting airports, the partnership between humans and dogs has shaped both species. After thousands of years, one truth remains clear. A dog may be man's best friend, but together, humans and dogs may also be nature's most successful team.